In the sweeping sands of Arabia, where the sun paints the dunes in hues of gold and crimson, a story began, a narrative woven into the very fabric of time that would ripple outwards and change the world forever. This is the story of Muhammad, a man whose name echoes through history, born in the bustling city of Makkah around 570 CE, a time of great change and societal upheaval. He was not born into royalty, not a king or a prince destined for greatness, but an ordinary man, a humble soul, whose life, through faith and perseverance, became extraordinary, a beacon of hope in a world shrouded in darkness. Today, centuries later, he is known to over 1 billion people across the globe as Prophet Muhammad, the final messenger of God in Islam, a figure revered for his wisdom and guidance. His journey was marked by unwavering faith in the face of adversity, immense struggle against injustice, and boundless compassion for all of humanity. In an age defined by tribal warfare, rampant inequality, and widespread injustice, he called for a radical shift in perspective, urging people towards the worship of one God, a single, unifying force, and extending unconditional kindness and empathy to all, regardless of their background or status. His life serves as a powerful testament to the fact that one person, guided by a clear purpose and unwavering conviction, can bring about immense and lasting change in the world. Makkah at that time was not just a center of bustling trade and religious pilgrimage, drawing people from far and wide, but also a society deeply divided by constant tribal conflict, stark economic inequality, and a lack of social justice. Into this complex and often turbulent world, Muhammad's revolutionary message of monotheism, equality, and comprehensive social reform emerged, directly challenging the established status quo and the deeply entrenched power structures of the time. To truly explore and understand his life is to witness and appreciate how a single individual, through his unwavering commitment to his principles, inspired a global movement that transcended geographical boundaries and spread its influence across the world, shaping cultures and societies for centuries to come. His profound legacy endures not just in sacred scripture and religious doctrine, but more importantly, in the timeless and compassionate example he set for all of humanity, an example that continues to inspire hope and positive change to this very day. Muhammad's life began with hardship, a stark contrast to the profound impact he would have on the world. His father Abdullah passed away before his birth, leaving him without the immediate guidance and protection a father provides. This early loss marked the beginning of a challenging journey. Tragedy struck again when his mother Amina died when he was just 6 years old. This left him truly orphaned, a vulnerable child in a world that often showed little mercy. Orphaned at such a tender age, he was first raised by his grandfather, Abd al-Muttalib, who provided him with love and care. After his grandfather's death, his uncle, Abu Talib, took on the responsibility of raising him, offering him shelter and support within his own family. These early experiences of loss and reliance on the kindness of others instilled in him a deep empathy for the vulnerable, the less fortunate, and those who suffered in silence. He understood their pain because he had lived it himself. Even as a young man, he was known as Al-Amin, the trustworthy, a testament to his unwavering honesty and integrity. His reputation for honesty and fair dealing was legendary throughout Makkah, a city known for its bustling trade and complex social dynamics. People from all walks of life trusted him implicitly. In his youth he worked as a shepherd, tending to flocks in the vast and open landscapes surrounding Makkah. This solitary occupation provided him with ample time for quiet reflection and learning the virtues of patience and perseverance. As he grew older, he joined the caravan trade, traveling to distant lands and broadening his horizons. He encountered different cultures, learned new languages, and gained a deeper understanding of the world beyond his immediate surroundings. His established reputation for integrity and sound judgment eventually led to a significant partnership, and ultimately marriage, with Khadijah, a respected and successful widow known for her wisdom and business acumen. Their marriage was not merely a union of convenience, it was built on a foundation of mutual love, deep respect, and shared values. Khadijah recognized his exceptional qualities and became his greatest supporter, both emotionally and materially. She recognized his exceptional character, his innate goodness, and his potential for greatness, long before the dawn of his prophetic mission, sensing a profound destiny within him. When his calling finally came, during a period of intense spiritual reflection, it was Khadijah who offered him unwavering comfort, solace, and the crucial belief he needed to accept his divine purpose. His early life, marked by both hardship and profound experiences, shaped the man of unwavering integrity and deep compassion who would soon deliver a transformative message of peace, justice, and unity to all of humanity. These formative experiences, the trials and the triumphs, all served to prepare him for the immense responsibility and the profound challenges that lay ahead on his extraordinary journey. As Muhammad neared 40, a pivotal age in a man's life, he found himself increasingly drawn to contemplation. He grew deeply troubled by the pervasive injustice that plagued Makkah, a city steeped in tradition yet rife with inequality. The disparities between the wealthy and the poor were stark, and the exploitation of the vulnerable weighed heavily on his conscience. He was also disturbed by the widespread idol worship, a practice that seemed to him a deviation from the true path of monotheism. The multitude of idols, each representing different deities, felt like a spiritual void. Seeking answers to these profound questions and yearning for a deeper understanding of existence, he retreated to the cave of Hira, a secluded sanctuary nestled in the mountains outside Makkah. This cave became his haven, a place for solitude, reflection, and deep introspection, far from the noise and distractions of city life. He sought to connect with something greater than himself. One night, during one of these spiritual retreats, everything changed. The angel Gabriel, a celestial being of immense power and light, appeared before him. The angel delivered a divine command, a single word that would alter the course of history: recite. Muhammad, overwhelmed by the presence of the angel, and acutely aware of his own limitations as an unlettered man, was understandably afraid. He responded with humility and honesty, "I am not a reader." But the angel, persistent in his divine mission, repeated the command with unwavering authority. It was then that the first verses of the Quran were revealed to him. "Recite in the name of your Lord who created," words that resonated with profound meaning and divine power. Utterly overwhelmed by this extraordinary encounter, Muhammad rushed home, his mind reeling from the experience. He was trembling both from fear and awe and sought comfort and reassurance from his beloved wife Khadijah. She listened with unwavering patience and compassion, offering him a safe space to share his incredible story. And in that moment, she became the first to believe in his message, recognizing the truth and divine nature of his experience. Her unwavering faith and support gave him the strength and courage to accept his new role as a prophet, a messenger of God. This pivotal moment marked the very beginning of a transformative 23-year journey of continuous revelation, a period that would shape the course of history. The first words of the Quran, divinely revealed, would ignite a spiritual revolution that would spread across the globe, transforming lives and societies for centuries to come. Muhammad's profound experience in the cave of Hira was a moment of both immense terror and unparalleled transformative power, a turning point in human history. Khadijah's unwavering support and belief in him was absolutely crucial at the very dawn of his prophethood, providing him with the strength and encouragement he needed. The divine message he received that night would soon challenge the very foundations of the established order of his society, questioning its values, beliefs, and practices. The world, irrevocably changed by this divine encounter, would never be the same again. With more revelations, Muhammad's message became clear: there is only one God, Allah, and all are accountable to him. This call to monotheism and social justice challenged Makkah's traditions and power structures. The Quran condemned exploitation, urged care for the needy, and called for equality and compassion. Muhammad first shared his message privately with close family and friends: Khadijah, Ali, Zayd, and Abu Bakr. After 3 years, he was commanded to preach publicly, warning of divine reckoning and inviting all to the path of God. The Quraysh leaders saw this as a threat and responded with fierce opposition. Early Muslims, mostly from vulnerable groups, faced relentless persecution. Despite suffering, Muhammad taught patience, perseverance, and forgiveness. His unwavering faith inspired his followers to endure unimaginable hardships. The movement grew, rooted in a vision of justice and unity. The struggle for a just society had truly begun. Muhammad's character was the living embodiment of his message. His wife Aisha said, "His character was the Quran. He lived with humility, mending his own clothes, helping at home, and sitting with the poor. His compassion extended to all, including animals and even his enemies. He preached forgiveness over revenge, breaking cycles of tribal violence. His kindness to children and respect for women were revolutionary for his time. He taught that true strength lay in gentleness and patience. God's mercy was central to his teachings, and he urged his followers to be merciful to one another. His consistent display of mercy won hearts and inspired deep love. Muhammad's life remains a model of compassion in action. After years of persecution, hope arrived from Yathrib, later known as Medina. Invited as a mediator, Muhammad led the migration, Hijra, that marks the start of the Islamic calendar. In Medina, he built a new community on unity and cooperation, drafting the Constitution of Medina. This document established a single community of Muslims, Jews, and others, guaranteeing religious freedom and justice. He forged bonds of brotherhood between emigrants and locals, dissolving old tribal lines. The mosque became the heart of the community, a place of prayer, learning, and support. Muhammad was not just a spiritual leader but a statesman and lawmaker. He established markets, organized defenses, and resolved disputes with fairness. Under his leadership, Medina became a model of justice and compassion. The city thrived as a harmonious society for all its citizens. Years of struggle led to a turning point. The Treaty of Hudaybiyah brought peace and allowed Islam to spread. The peaceful conquest of Makkah followed, where Muhammad forgave his former enemies and declared a general amnesty. He cleansed the Kaaba of idols, restoring it to the worship of one God. News of his justice and mercy spread, and tribes across Arabia pledged allegiance. He welcomed delegations with respect, never forcing conversion but inviting all to unity and justice. Muhammad united warring tribes under a single vision, ruling by moral authority and compassion. He sent teachers to new communities, focusing on education and shared identity. By the end of his life, Arabia was largely united by faith and ethical principles. His leadership transformed a divided land into a cohesive society. The Prophet's example of forgiveness and unity remains unmatched. In his final year, Muhammad performed the farewell pilgrimage, gathering over 100,000 followers. On Mount Arafat, he delivered his last sermon, a timeless charter of human rights and justice. He affirmed the sanctity of life, property, and honor, and called for an end to vengeance and exploitation. He proclaimed equality. An Arab has no superiority over a non-Arab, except by piety and good action. His words dismantled racism and tribalism, making moral character the only measure of worth. He urged kindness to women and reminded all of their duties to one another and to God. He left behind the Quran and his example as lasting guidance. Soon after he passed away, leaving a complete faith and a timeless legacy. His final message continues to inspire justice and equality. Muhammad's legacy is a living reality for over 1 billion people today. His life offers inspiration, guidance, and comfort. His actions always matched his words. He preached mercy, honesty, and justice, and lived by these principles. In a divided world, his teachings on unity and compassion are more relevant than ever. His message of equality and care for the vulnerable remains a blueprint for a better society. He showed that true leadership is service and humility. His life encourages us to seek knowledge, build understanding, and respond to hardship with patience. Muhammad's example is a beacon, guiding hearts toward peace, dignity, and hope. His invitation endures, to strive for kindness, justice, and a higher purpose.